Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Declasse Vamos, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road in the snow. Of course, again, like we said last week, normally ask for you to go vote on the vehicles that you want to see, which you can still do by all means. Go vote, go vote, go vote for the vehicles that you want to see in the regular Will Off-Road. The link is in the description down below. But for the snow, just leave comments. I will be recording the day this video goes live, as well as the next day, because those are the last 2 days of snow. I will record as many vehicles as I can. You guys have already given me basically 3 suggestions. Going to get all 3 of those recorded today. And then tomorrow, whenever you guys comment on this video, I will do as many of those done as I can. Of course, today's cars both recorded in story mode using the magic of single-player PC mods. As always, I do not condone modding online in any online game. But if you're in single-player, knock yourself out because you're not hurting anybody. But yeah, I always remove the mods from my game before I even try to go online. I don't even let my computer connect to the internet when the mods are installed. Seriously, I unplug the Ethernet cable. I'm that paranoid about modding and online stuff. So anyways, the Vamos, beautiful car. I love it to pieces. I love the noise it makes, love the way it looks. I pretty much like the way it drives too. You know, it's a muscle car, so it's not going to be the quickest thing on the planet. It's not going to be the easiest thing to drive at times, as we can see right there having some issues. But it is doing all right for a muscle car in the snow. So I have to give it that. Of course, I have the, I'm just going blank on the name of the movie, but that library from that one movie. Yeah, with the people and the things, you know, that movie. And how am I not? I'm just going to move on. So I'm just brain fart, completely blank right now. Yeah, but it's a good car. I like the Vamos a lot. When I was a little kid, my parents had a Chevy Nova, which this is, of course, it's Vamos is mostly based on. I don't have the lines exactly right. Like the back end's a little too long to truly be a Nova. It should be a lot shorter. Whoa, this thing loves to go on 2 wheels. By the way, we'll come back to that in just a second. But my family had a Nova when I was a kid. So there we go again, 2 wheels. So anytime I see Novas or even a resemblance of a Nova in a game, it just kind of gives me those nostalgic feels of when my dad drove it was pretty tame. When my mom drove it was a Nova RS. So not the SS, not the big block, but the RS was still, you know, a pretty decent car. And well, she liked to hot rod it and like red light race with me and my sister in the back seat. Actually, I think my sister was sitting in the front seat. But and you know, she would always roll around with her rock and roll music. Turned up probably just a little bit too loud. That's right. My mom was a street racer and listened to her music too loud with kids in the car, which makes her an awesome mom. So as you can see, had a little bit of trouble getting up the side of the mountain here, but I was going to mention the 2 wheels thing. I was originally going to record, or I did record, the Deviant for Will It Off-Road. It too had issues not wanting to stay on its wheels. This car wants to spend its time on the earth. But it was way worse than the Vamos here. The Deviant just constantly, like, when I would turn anywhere on the mountain, one front wheel would always come up off the ground. Hold that thought. We're at the top of the mountain, 3 minutes, 37 seconds. Will the Vamos off-road? Yeah. And you know, 3:37 is not a bad time for muscle car, even in the dry, so can't really fault it here. It's nothing like we saw last week from the Clique, but hey, still very good time. Which begins our controlled descent and is going to get right back into what I was just talking about with this thing rolling over and just having some issues. It's something to do with these new cars. They just want to pull their front end up off the ground. Granted, I know they do the wheelies, and that's the thing. Look at me going backwards because I came off the mountain wrong. There we go. Now we're going the right way. But if you look a lot of times when I go to turn, like if I take a really hard left, you'll see that right front wheel wanting to come up off the ground. I think that's the way it works. Maybe it's the other way around. But anyway, you get my point. And the cars just want to roll over. The Deviant I had to record that thing 6 times. That is another lucky mountain lion right there. I had to record the Deviant 6 times. Why? Because it just kept rolling over on the ascent time and time and time again, to where I just kept thinking, there, we saw that again, that wanted to kick up right there, to where I really thought, you know, there was something wrong with what I was doing. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I was driving, and I thought, okay, I'm just really tired. Ooh, that got close. But no, it's just something with these cars. Because I had forgotten that I had already recorded the Vamos when I was doing the Deviant. Just forgot that it was sitting there on my hard drive. And then when I went to edit this video today, there's a reason I didn't do the Deviant. I'm going to wait till it comes out. I was going to tell you, on the damage descent, it kept exploding. Even though the first time that happened, I'm like, oh, I guess I forgot to put armor on it. So the second time I made sure I put armor on it, and it blew up. Third time, put 100% armor on it, it blew up. Oh, Vamos in trouble. Oh, cool stunt, bro. We really should, in the spirit of, like, you know, you guys all know that, like, my senpai is, you know, Bruffy. I really look up to the guy. I respect what he does. I respect how he's built a really positive community. And I think it's all really awesome. But if you've watched his G-Freds, you know that they've got, like, G-Fred Bingo. Well, we need to do a Will It Off-Road Bingo. We need to really start one. And one of the ones that I always crack up is when the one about compliments his own driving as a, as one of the bingo squares. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The Deviant just kept exploding. So I even went so far as to, since I was using PC mods, to turn on the invincible option in menu. The car still blew up. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe the Deviant just likes to blow up. Wow, there is the tree when he crashes. Removing a body part before the damage descent. We don't see that very often. Poor car's getting beat to hell. I'm talking about a different car, not talking about the Vamos, because it's doing fine. Aside from the fact that it does want to kick up and roll over, it's doing okay. And because I know it wants to do that, I try to avoid, you know, any, basically, you saw it kick up again there. 323.39 down. Basically what I try to avoid, hello please, is the turns where you defeat the traction control in game, where, you know, instead of just holding the stick far left, you flick the stick, because it's a better way to get around a corner and just drive the cars in general. And that is what seems to make the cars kick up, doing that. So it kind of sucks to have to adjust my driving style for just a handful of cars. But right, boom, there was the first time the Deviant blew up. It was crazy. And then further down on the second time, it was just nuts. I don't know. So I'm waiting to see that car when it comes out, what happens. I don't know if maybe it's just something weird with the mod I was using, but it doesn't happen with any other cars. I don't know. Anyways, the Vamos in a bit of a trouble on a boulder that we would normally not encounter, because these movable boulders are not in online. They're just not there. But we eventually are going to get off this thing, I think. Can't remember. I think yeah, I know we get off of this during editing. Yeah, okay. Anyways, there you go. This thing's already lost, what? The hood, a fender, both doors. The windows are all gone already. It looks like all the lights are gone, too. It might have had tail lights. Well, it wants to keep going down in reverse. We can't really tell. Once again, stuck. Have to get that unwedged. Well, we do actually still have taillights, surprisingly. Who knew? This poor car, though, it just is getting thrown all around. And it, for the way it kicked up and rolled over so often, it doesn't seem to have really glitchy physics during this damage descent, like a lot of cars that normally behave in that, or usually behave in that manner would do. Because we've seen other cars that have weird physics and they do weird things when you drive them too, but here in the Vamos, even though it does weird things when you drive it, we're seeing fairly normal physics in this. Oh, I just noticed that the front bumper's a little bit loose. Once again, stuck, and it's really hard to see. And when you're stuck in this tree, it's hard to get a good camera angle so you can see exactly what you're stuck on to what you need to do to get out. But we got it. It's quite a long damage descent. Oh, I always try to thread the needle on that, and I always fail. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna just land up here. Sure, why not? We'll just reverse down back into the bumpy, muddy bit, bumpy, snowy bit with, oh!
I know what I'm having for dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna have deer for dinner. And apparently somebody at the sawmill is sad about that. We're up and managed to tag the wood pile. It was a good tag, actually. Gonna do a burnout in the snow. I guess it's not really burnout, but we're down 2 minutes 53 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Vamos. The headlights and reverse lights are gone. All the windows are gone. The hood and the left fender gone. The trunk won't close, and that front bumper is hanging off. I didn't put it in the screen, but it is. The doors are gone, body damage, and bent wheels, which brings us to our next vehicle, which is the Benefactor Schlagen Gt. Yes, I got really short for time in that last little segment there. Oh, God, I love this car. I love this car. I don't care how much hate I am getting for the video I posted of this thing compared to the Pariah. I really don't. Because it was worth it. It's totally worth it, because this car is just amazing to drive. I love it so much. The more I play with it in single player, the more I love it. The more I get used to it. It's a hard car to drive. It really is. And of course, here I am trying to drive it in the snow, and this is like, I had to do 3 attempts just to finally get it right. Even taking a break for like a week between the times that I actually recorded it. And this run was way faster than anything I previously have done. So I was really proud of what we accomplished in this car. And for all those who say I can't drive, well, maybe not on a racetrack, but you know what? On a mountain, I do all right. This is going to get a really impressive time. I'm just going to tell you right now. If you've been thinking, wow, I really like that Schlagen, it's a great looking car. It sounds great. It performs awesome. I saw somebody make it go a bajillion miles an hour in a YouTube video, which, no, they didn't. Just go read Bruffy's tweets about that. And he said he saw somebody say it goes like 160 or something. Yeah, go read what Bruffy had to say about that. But anyway, I love the car. It's beautiful. I can't wait to have it in my Benefactor garage. Like, I've completely rearranged how my Benefactor garage works. Moved all the SUVs out just to make space for this car, basically. Because I had the Dubsta and the Serrano SUV, not the Serrano convertible. And, well, now I had to move those to a different garage just because they had to go. And now it's truly just a Benefactor car garage. And then those poor Benefactor SUVs, I think they're hanging out with, I don't know what they're hanging out with, honestly, in the nightclub. They're there somewhere. They're fine. Don't worry about them. This car is just, the only issue I really had here was the fact that there is so much power is, well, there we go. Case in point is struggling to find that place where to get grip in the snow. The wheels just wanted to spin. I can speak. That's why it may not seem like I'm going all that fast, but as soon as you think that, look at that timer. What is it we say is a really good run of Mount Chiliad? That, don't worry, he was already dead. I don't know if you saw that. That one was already dead before I hit it. A really good time is 3 minutes. Anything below that is really, really good. Yeah, so, and that's in the dry. In the snow, under 3 minutes is amazing. And look at this. 2 minutes, 54, almost 55 seconds. Will the Schlagen GT off-road in the snow? Ding indeed. Ding indeed. What else is there to say? I mean, that was just... I was impressed. I knew it was quick. I knew it felt quick. I knew it looked quick when I was editing. And then when I actually saw, when I did the overlay, what the time was, I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. By the way, that, there goes the hood. If this was just a dry run, or that we had done like in dry conditions, that would have been good for 4th place in sports cars overall. This is in the snow that we're talking about. By far the best sports car in the snow so far. Granted, we haven't tested that many cars in the snow. Like, I think what? Again, mountain lion spared. We've tested what, 20, 25 cars in the snow compared to the almost 200 in dry conditions. You know, so it's harder to compare in the classes in the snow. But just to give you some frame of reference, some context, as it were. That's about 30 seconds faster than the Comet Safari, which is an all-wheel drive sports car, and almost a whole minute faster than the Tropos Rally in the snow, which, I mean, that's how good this car is off-roading. You know, sure, I suck taking it around a racetrack. Look what I can do with it in off-road. This is just... it's crazy. I didn't look into the handling files of any of these cars to know what this thing's off-road traction loss is, but I suspect it's not significant. Just because it maintains so much speed and seems to just do really well in these conditions, even in the snow. It's just the only issue, like I said, is every once in a while it just wants to spin its wheels when in the snow. But once it does get grip, it keeps that grip. By the way, this car has downforce. Somebody griped at me in the hidden vehicles video for not putting a spoiler on it. Well, that's because I noticed that the traction bar in LSC didn't move. And it doesn't when you change the spoilers, which means it has a downforce multiplier instead of getting its traction from the spoiler. I believe I'm correct on that on this car because, again, ooh, traffic. Again, when I was doing it for this video and I went to LSC, the traction bar didn't move. We're down 2 minutes, 27 seconds. So we're going to go back to the top of Mount Chiliad, throw it off the side, and see what type of damage it can take. And away we go. But yeah, I didn't put a spoiler on it in that first video because it doesn't need one. This is, what you're looking at, I think, is just the stock spoiler. You can take it off. There's all kinds of big ones, but I think it looks better with a really small one. I wish it had active aerodynamics like so many of the AMG cars do. Would have been really cool. I was talking about something else with that. I don't know what it was, so whatever. We'll just keep moving on. So for the damage descent, of course, we had already lost the hood on our controlled descent. It was open from a crash during the ascent. And then I guess just the air got up under it on the controlled descent, opened it up, and ripped it right off. When we hit a rock, I think it finally popped off. Yeah, it looks like we're about to lose our trunk here in a second, too. Well, maybe not. Oh, yep, never mind. There it goes. Trunk blade gone. Or the boot from my non-American friends. Why do we call it a trunk? Everybody else calls it a boot. And it's a bonnet and a hood. I don't get it. I never will get where we get the different words. But it doesn't matter because we all know what we're talking about. Everybody's like, oh, you mean the bonnet? You know I meant the bonnet. You know, hood, bonnet, whatever. Would be in uppity. And vice versa. If you Americans, when somebody's like the bonnet, you're under the hood, bruh. Yeah, knock it off. So... I don't know what that accent under the hood, bro, was supposed to be. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. So, bumping around to our finish in the Schlagen. Beautiful car. It's had some beautiful numbers turned in. Despite the fact that we beat the thing to hell, it's not in too bad a shape. Nice stunt in the air as we come down in 1 minute. 56 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Schlagen GT. Of course, all the lights are busted out. Some of the windows are gone. It has the hood of the trunk missing, and the doors will not close. Hey guys, don't forget to go vote for the vehicles that you want to see featured in our regular World Off-Road series. And of course, leave comments down below for the vehicles you'd like to see me test in the snow. I'll get as many of those done as I can. Of course, the snow ends tomorrow, so, well, you know. Anyways, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.